If they had known, they would never have built the house in the village. The dust of their father's passing had barely settled when the four siblings, the Okonkwo children, made their pact. Adara, the eldest, her face etched with a premature weariness, looked at her younger sister, Nkem, and then at her brothers, Chibik and Ikenna. "We leave," she declared, her voice firm despite the tremor in her heart. "We leave and we build a life worthy of his name." They were orphans, their inheritance a small plot of land and a legacy of hard work. The village of Umuofia, nestled in the heart of Anambra, held them, but it offered little opportunity. Adara, at 32, already felt the weight of her responsibilities. Nkem, 2 years younger, possessed a fiery spirit that belied her gentle eyes. Chibik, 28, was the pragmatic one, his mind always calculating, while Ikenna, the youngest at 25, was the dreamer, his hands skilled in craftsmanship. They left their meager belongings packed in worn cloth bundles, their hearts heavy but resolute. Lagos was their destination, a chaotic symphony of ambition and desperation. Adara, with her keen business sense, started a small trading venture, importing fabrics from the East. Nkem, with her charisma, found success in the burgeoning entertainment scene, managing up-and-coming musicians. Chibik, with his engineering mind, found work in the construction boom. And Ikenna's talent with wood turned him into a sought-after furniture maker. Years blurred into a kaleidoscope of relentless effort. They faced setbacks, betrayals, and the constant hum of the city's relentless energy. But they persevered, their bond strengthening with each hardship. Adara called Gare's siblings for them to meet at the best hotel in Lagos. They remembered Umuofia, the green hills, the familiar scent of harmattan, and the promise they had made. "Let us go back to the village and erect a glorious house in honor of Papa," said Adara. I think that's a good idea," they all concurred. When they finally returned a decade later, it was as if they had stepped into a different world. They were no longer the orphaned children, but the Okonkwo family, builders, entrepreneurs, and artists. They purchased a large plot of land on the outskirts of the village, and there they built their mansion. It was a marvel, a blend of modern architecture and traditional Igbo design, its walls whispering stories of their journey. The villagers were initially awestruck. The Okonkwo siblings, with their generosity, built a new borehole, repaired the dilapidated school, and established a microloan scheme for local farmers. But beneath the surface of admiration, envy festered. Chief Okik, a man whose wealth was built on the exploitation of others, saw the Okonkwo's success as a threat. His son Emeka, who had always coveted Nkem's attention, felt his own inadequacies magnified. "Papa, we have to do something about this. People used to respect us, but now they speak of those Okonkwos every chance they get, and it's humiliating, Papa." "Don't worry," said Chief. "I will deal with them, and they will have no choice but to leave this village. They cannot just come back after a decade to make life difficult for me and my only son." Chief went to a witch doctor saying, "Baba, I know you would have already heard about these small boys and their sisters that left this village 10 years ago with nothing but the clothes to their backs. Just look at them driving Lamborghinis into this village and changing things for the better. The people have lost all fear of me. Look at the kind of school they erected. Now the people no longer need to go to the stream, there is borehole. I have no means of extorting them any more, and soon my wealth will be reduced to nothing. Baba, I want you to ruin them, make the richest one insane, so that the others will fight over the wealth and lose focus." The witch gave him a powder. "Blow it in his face," she said. "He will have no memory of it, and he will go mad in a few days. To drive suspicion away from you." He met with the market head immediately after. "I want you to take this money and start a rumor right away." He handed her a wad of cash, and she got to work at once. They whispered rumors, claiming the Okonkwo's wealth was ill-gotten, that they had engaged in dark magic, and blood money rituals. By morning half the town already knew about this, but because they live secluded from the village, the Okonkwo's had no information about this. Adara's phone rang. Well guys, look, it is Chief calling. Hello sir, it's so good to hear from you, Adara said in excitement. Hello my baby girl. Now oh, you guys came in and forgot me, eh? No sir, it's not like that. There was a lot of work, but we are always grateful for what you helped us with when we were about to leave the village. If not for your assistance when Papa died, we would not be where we are today. That is all right, said Chief. I simply missed you folks, that is all. It is great that you have become something. Please, let us come and see you. In fact, we should have come to see you as soon as we drove in, says Adara. All right, that will be nice. We'll be expecting you. Let us cook our native food. That is, if this your city Tanj can still take pepper. Oh? They laughed, and Adara let her siblings know everything. They prepared and left. They got into their Lamborghini and drove to Chief's house, seeing many views on the way as they reminisced about their experiences before wealth came. Do you remember when we would take this route to go and harvest the cassava and so? Oh yes, they all echoed. I will never be ungrateful for what God has blessed us with. We have no relatives, and the only person Papa had as a friend was Chief, said Ikenna. This is why we must pay in great respect. They all concurred. I hope Uncle will be happy about the gift we brought him. I know he has money, but who wouldn't appreciate some more? They got to Chief's place, and they received a very warm welcome. Chief's son ran straight to Ken, giving her a warm hug as he used to do when they were younger. She smiled, and they went in. Why, you have a lot of maids, said Ken. Yes, many of which work for me as payment to the loans given to their parents, and once the time is over, they go back home. Yes, it is better than taking them to the police. Uncle, it is so good to see you, sir. It has been too long. Yes, my child, I prayed for you all every day to succeed and get out of that horrible situation. Yes, Uncle, they say action speaks louder than words. And you really supported us financially any time you could. Food is ready, guys. One of the maids said as the entourage of maids came out and placed the food neatly in the dining table. Oh, wow. It was so soon. I better visit the convenience before eating, said Ikenna. Where can I find it, Uncle? Just straight down to your left, Chief replied. By the way, which one of you get money pass? Chief said in a playful tone. They all laughed and said, It's the youngest of us all, Ikenna. Oh, that's lovely. I always knew, he added in him. I'd like to use the restroom myself, so let's go together. They got to the restroom, and both urinated, washed their hands, and Chief said, Oh my dear boy, I am so happy for you guys. I always wanted you to be great, as he brought out the bottle of golden magic powder from his pocket and blew it in Ikenna's face. But not greater than I am. And like it never happened, Ikenna walked back, and they all ate. They presented their uncle with 5 million naira as a thank you for always being there for them, and they left. That night, Ikenna's workshop, filled with his carefully crafted furniture, was set ablaze. People, roused by the flames, watched with a strange detachment, a silent complicity in the act of destruction. Then came the whispers aimed at Nkem's reputation, twisting her success into sordid tales. She knocked men to blow, she sleeps with married men, she even licked the skull of a recently beheaded infant. They spun a web of lies, discrediting her hard work. Her music business began to face strange difficulties, contracts canceled, and artists disappearing. Adara's business was attacked by fake competitors, and her shipments were seized. Chibik's construction projects faced constant delays and sabotage. The siblings knew they were under attack. They called a meeting, their voices echoing in the grand hall of their mansion. And that was when Ikenna, the wealthiest of them all, went violently insane. They were afraid. They tied him up and sat. They want to break us, Adara said, her eyes blazing. They want to drive us out. We will not be driven, Chibok responded, his voice steel. We will fight. They decided to fight with the same tools that had brought them success, unity, resilience, and a deep understanding of their community. But Kem, said Chibok, did you notice the way the villagers stared at us, I dare say in disgust, when we were driving to Chief's home some days ago? YSSSS yelled Adara. I definitely noticed. I have an idea, said Ken. Let us go and find out ... And so, instead of succumbing to despair, they began to teach the village youth their craft, empowering them with skills. Days passed and one of the young men, who were involved in destroying the sibling businesses, came forward and spoke with Adara. Ma, he said with nearly eerie eyes. I am so sorry, please. I was one of the boys that Chief sent to burn down Ikena's furniture store in Lagos and destroy your fabric store. We also kidnapped and killed some of them's artists because Chief had told us he will spoil Theberhole and burn down the beautiful school. We were also contacted to spread false news about you all, and one more thing is that it is rumored that Chief had something to do with Ikena's madness, because one of the manservants who were going into the toilet saw it happen when Chief blew magic to Ikena's face. Kem, using her platform, informed her siblings on the phone about what she heard, and they decided to set up a Chief. Take these glasses, wear them and go to Chief the same way you always do, Kem instructed the thug, and he obeyed. Sir, please, I came to collect payment for the jobs we did, even if it is the transport we went to Lagos with to kidnap and kill those artists. The fuel we spent on to burn down that huge complex, sir, please. Oh, is it because I have not killed your mother? Asked the Chief. I asked you to do all those things, and I have already paid you by not burning down the new structures those Usually Okonkwo people built. Your payment is that you are still alive. All of you in this village think you can enjoy. None of you will be better than me, Chief Okik. Instead, I will make you all go mad the same way I did to Kino Okonkwo. Now leave my house, foolish boy. The Okonkwo siblings knew that they would need better than the word of Thug to convince everyone they were innocent of the crimes. The glasses the Thug wore was a 4K camera which broadcasted live, word for word, everything they. Although they got justice, their youngest brother, Ikena, remained insane as long as he lived. Thank you for watching Stories That Thrill. The moral lesson is, when you make wealth, be quiet about it, as you don't know who may hate your greatness. When helping people, do it anonymously and don't trust any human. Even those who were once good to you can change tomorrow. Please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this story. You may save a life. Drop a comment to let us know your thoughts. Until next time.